gentlemen. Hello, Nicole.
Hey, Tanya.
And welcome back to the Readers Club, the show where we ask you your opinions on novels.
On today's show, we will be receiving Canadians who will be responding to the question, how books change your life. Our first guest is Ginny from Hufflepuff. Ginny, please tell us how books change your life.
Are we on? Is it recording yet?
Yes.
Okay, well, hi everyone. Hi, Mommy. Books. Well, how did books influence me? That's a really good question. You have to know that I love reading. 3 years ago, I think, I read The Martian, written by Andy Weir. This novel changed my life completely. After reading it, I was reborn as a more humble person. I realized how much Mark was resourceful and smart, way more than I was. Also, very handsome. The novel taught me that my entire reality is an infinitesimal part of the universe. I felt so tiny while reading the novel. I love my new life based on humility and the awareness of the power of the universe. Thank you, Ginny. Now please welcome our second guest, Hermione from Slytherin. Please, tell us how books changed your life.
Hello. Of course, Nicole. In my case, it is not a specific book that changed my life at one specific moment, but more like reading in general. In my young age, I was a very anxious person. I mean, each time the toaster would pop, I would hide and yell somewhere in my house. I consulted many psychologists, but none of them could cure me. I was surfing desperately on the net when I read a pretty reliable website that reading can be used as a therapy for psychological issues. As soon as I started reading novels, I felt a lot calmer. Losing myself in these books made me think about other things than my stressful life. I always exit my reading sessions as a more peaceful person. I developed a new motto: a book a day keeps the psychologist away. As incredible as it sounds, I am finally able to make myself some toast without having to wear earplugs. Yay! Thank you, Hermione. Our next guest is an adept of working out and strongly believe that reading enhances his brain. Hi, Ron from Ravenclaw.
Hey girls! What you said, I think it's true. Before starting to read books, I was always at the gym pumping some irons. Always got my iron with me. But I realized that reading novels makes me stronger in the head, you know, bigger brain. A few months ago, I read a book. Can't remember the name though, and I realized that it really helped with my brain. Not that I was dumb before, but I noticed a significant difference. I learned new words like pandemonium, which means wild and noisy disorder or confusion. Haha, I learned you something, right? And I also learned the word intelligent. But I'm not still super sure about that one. From now on, to work out my brain and expand my vocabulary, I rely on novels. Wow, thank you, Ron. That was an impressive statement. Our fourth guest, Harry from Gryffindor, tells us how reading brings upon his empathy. What about it, Harry?
Hi everyone. Sorry I'm late. I was doing a hippies walk. So, in my part, I believe that when reading a novel, the author lets me into his psyche, and I have access to all the secrets. Last week, I read 13 Reasons Why, written by J. Asher, and I was interpellated by Anna's emotion and feeling. While reading, I could feel her pain and felt as if I was in her skin. Like, not literally, but metaphorically, you know. I once read a study conducted by Emanuele Castano, a social psychologist, and PhD candidate David Kidd. 356 people were involved in a study to determine if reading novels does or does not influence a person's capacity for empathy. The research did suggest that reading fiction is a valuable socializing influence, for it helps people connect with one another. You know what I mean, right? Peace. Thank you, Harry. Our next guest is a doctor that speaks words of wisdom and that actively promotes reading in elementary schools. Please welcome Dr. McGonagall. Please wait. Okay, so hi guys. I'm very pleased to be here with you today. I must say that I'm a fanatic of books. Books are literally my life. They help me in so many ways, mainly by improving my memory and my concentration. You. Okay, so I don't want to just tell you those things, I'm going to support my claim with some reliable sources, because I'm a scientific after all. Professionals at North Central University say that the brain-stimulating activities from reading have shown to slow down cognitive decline in old age with people who participated in more mentally stimulated activities over their lifetimes. It also shown a slower rate of decline in memory and other mental capacities. It's amazing. If you want to remain sane and mentally healthy in your old age, I suggest that you listen to those brilliant people and start reading some books.
Thank you, Dr. McGonagall, and all our previous guests. While we are here, I would like to give my own opinion on the subject, and I totally agree with all the statements made here today. In my case, however, books made me a more open person to other ideas, opinions, and many more. Indeed, when I read a book, I learn the protagonist's opinions on diverse subjects and his or her reasoning on how he or she developed their opinion in the novel. Over the years, being a more open-minded person helped me to accept others and their opinions on various issues.
Oh my god, did you read my mind? Like, it's exactly what happened to me while reading books.
As time is flying by, we're going to move to the second part of the show. Facts for your brain!
Fact number 1. Did you know that reading at any time of life could help preserve your memory into old age?
Fact number 2. Activities such as reading books, doing crosswords, and even Sudokus at any age promote mental stimulation that could be linked to a slower rate of decline in brain power. The rate of decline was reduced by 32% in people with frequent mental activity in later life compared to people with average mental activity. Fact number 3. Doctors have long held that keeping your brain active, especially in later years, could be the best insurance against developing Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. We are about to tell you the last and final fact. Fact number 4. Open your ears, ladies and gentlemen. This one is about to be awesome. Did you know that reading books is good for yourself and that reading reduces stress 68% more than listening to music?
100% more than drinking a cup of tea,
300% more than going for a walk,
and 600% more than playing a video game.
That's awesome! Did you know that reading is also good for others?
Indeed, readers are more likely to help non-profit organizations.
66% of non-readers help in donating goods and money for non-profit organizations, while 82% of readers help in contributing to this cause.
That's impressive! Did you know that only 25% of non-readers volunteer, while 42% of readers does it?
To make sure that you remember all the precious benefits that were mentioned on today's show, here is a quick refresh.
Okay, so in my part, I am so grateful for novels for giving me the opportunity to increase my humility in life.
Books made me a more relaxed person.
To make my brain sweat and expand my vocabulary.
Books make me an even more empathetic person. Peace out. Books improve my memory and my concentration. So, as today's show comes to an end, sadly, we would like to give a special thank you to all the candidates who volunteered today to share their personal relationship with books to so that all the public can know more about this incredible experience that is reading.
So a special thank you to Ginny, Hermione, Harry, Ron, and Dr. McGonagall for their appearances on today's show. A big special thank you to Nicole who helped me animate today's show.
Thank you, Tanya. See you next week.
See you next week.